Have you ever wondered why Apple doesn't bring the latest and greatest features to their iPhones? You look at Samsung, Huawei, OnePlus. These smaller smartphone manufacturers manage to pack in 120 hertz displays, edge-to-edge bezel-less displays, and they manage to ship these iPhones all around the world, while Apple is sticking to designs from 5, 6, 7 years ago. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys 3 reasons why Apple does this and why Apple gets away with doing this and why it actually doesn't matter in the long run. If you're new to my channel, my name is Joey and I make videos on Apple, Apple News, Apple Tech, why Apple does certain things. So if you clicked on this video, chances are you're into tech, you're into Apple. So make sure to subscribe and check out some of my back catalog videos because I'm sure one of them is going to catch your attention after this video. So let's hop right into it. And the first reason why Apple doesn't ship the latest features like 120 hertz or edge-to-edge displays across their lineup is because they ship way too many iPhones to actually get that done. It's a logistics problem, number one. And when I say that, people look at me and they say, oh, it's just an excuse. Apple has all this money, they have all these resources, why don't they get it done? But when you really think about the logistical problem of doing that, when you look at smaller manufacturers like OnePlus, Huawei, or Honor, these manufacturers don't ship as many iPhones. When Apple sits at the table and they decide, okay, are we gonna put 120 hertz into an iPhone? It's not as simple as snapping their fingers and saying, okay, we have all these 120 hertz panels. They actually have to source these materials from other manufacturers to get it done, either from LG, Samsung, any manufacturer that manufactures OLED displays. Apple has to actually get those displays in high enough yield to supply the iPhone and make sure that they ship in time. Apple can't just snap their fingers and get every single feature that they want, even if they wanted to. If they did that, they would sell less volumes of iPhones because they couldn't produce as much. That's why the latest and greatest features are only seen in the Pro models, which don't actually sell as much as the lower end consumer models that most people get. And that leads me into the second reason why Apple doesn't do this, is because the average person that buys an iPhone doesn't really care about these features. They go into a store, the main thing that they care about is, can I FaceTime? Can I send iMessages? And is it an iPhone that I can get in the color that I want or the way that I want? Besides that, somebody like you or I watching this video that's into tech, into Apple News, knows about all the features, we care about that stuff because we know, and we're such a small percentage of Apple's demographic that they sell to. Apple doesn't really care about that. So that's the second reason why, is because the general public doesn't really care about that. And lastly, the third reason why Apple doesn't bring the latest features to their iPhones is because they're trying to squeeze as much profit from their designs as possible. Now, ever since Steve Jobs died, Apple has definitely taken a different turn in terms of their manufacturing of iPhones, what features they bring to the table, and their entire iPhone lineup as a whole. If Steve Jobs was still alive, there would be less iPhones, less options. He was just focused on making the most premium iPhone, the best iPhone that he can make. Now that Tim Cook is in charge all these years, Tim Cook was a supply chain wizard. Basically, he would secure supplies from across the world for many, many years. You're talking about displays, cameras, chips, some of the components inside of the iPhone. Tim Cook was the guy that made sure that they had enough of that for many, many years to come. So you look at some of these designs that are shipping that still kind of look like older iPhones. That is because Tim Cook is somebody who is more so about making profit and making sure that he can get the most life out of these older designs as possible. And that's part of the reasons why him and Johnny Ive didn't really get along too much and they clashed, because Johnny Ive, even though he did help creating the first iPhone and he was very fond of that design, he wanted to push the limits of the design that can happen with the iPhone. He wanted to push the limits of what he could do, and Tim Cook was more so about selling more units. And if you're gonna sell more units, you can't be as risky, you can't be as creative with your designs when it comes to manufacturing them, because you have to actually make sure that you have enough to sell tens of millions of units every single year. So those are 3 reasons why Apple doesn't bring the latest features to their iPhones. It's not the only 3 reasons, but it's the main 3 reasons why they don't actually do it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Do you agree with this? Are you in favor? Are you not in favor of this decision? And make sure to subscribe and check out some of my back catalog videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.